Welcome to the Unveiled Epic Echoes channel. Today, we're diving deep into an unexplored historical mystery. In the quiet folds of the Appalachian Mountains, where mist drifts like wandering spirits and the trees hum low songs carried across generations, there existed a forgotten settlement known only in fragments of oral tradition, a place whispered about in the same breath as ancient storms and hidden myths. And from this tucked-away corner of early American history arose a girl whose voice carried the sound of rain itself, a sound that neither nature nor instrument could imitate, a sound that seemed to awaken memories the world had long buried. Her name was Win, born during a midnight thunderstorm so fierce that elders believed the sky had cracked open just to deliver her into the world. The midwife claimed that the moment the infant cried, the storm softened, retreating into a gentle drizzle as though soothed by her tiny voice. Grew into a quiet, thoughtful child, her presence calm and luminous, and though she seldom spoke, whenever she did, her words shimmered with the tender, rhythmic hush of rainfall on old tin roofs. To the people of her mountain village, her voice was a blessing, a comfort during the harsh winters and long nights, but to wanderers and traders who passed through, it was something uncanny, a beautiful strangeness that stirred forgotten instincts deep within the soul. Her parents tried to protect her from curious eyes, yet stories drifted outward like mist, weaving through towns and valleys until they reached the ears of those searching for answers to mysteries far older than the settlement itself. The first to arrive was a traveling historian named Marshall Crane, a man with a fascination for ancient American myths and the unexplained disappearances of lost tribes. He had heard tales of a girl who could calm storms, a girl whose voice echoed the language of rain, a girl believed to be tied to something older than the mountains. With notebooks filled with symbols and faded sketches, Marshall made his way to the little village, hopping to find proof of a legend he had chased for years. Stories of an ancient people believed to have spoken in tones that influenced the weather, whispers that shaped the seasons, harmonies that could coax the sky into giving or withholding rain. Almost every academic dismissed these as myth, but Marshall believed otherwise, for he had uncovered carvings deep in forgotten caves depicting figures with open mouths and swirling clouds above them, suggesting a bond between voice and storm, between human and sky. When Marshall first heard speak, he felt his heart halt in his chest. She was no older than 17, standing barefoot by the river that wound through the settlement like a silver ribbon. The water's gentle rush harmonized with her soft greeting, and in that moment the breeze shifted as though pausing to listen. Marshall knew then, with absolute certainty, that was connected to the ancient lineage he had sought for most of his life. But herself had no knowledge of such things. Her voice had always felt natural to her, as effortless as breathing. She simply accepted it as a part of who she was, though she often sensed that the world reacted to her tone in ways she could not fully understand. When she sang, even quietly, the sky seemed to lean closer. When she whispered, the air grew warmer, gentler. And when she felt sadness, a soft drizzle often fell, even on cloudless days. As Marshall spent time with and her family, he began to notice bizarre coincidences that aligned with the stories he'd collected. Ancient patterns on stones near the river matched markings from distant archaeological sites associated with the rumored. Elders spoke of a ridge not far from the village where strange echoes formed when anyone called out, as if the very air held a memory of songs once sung there. But the most compelling sign came one evening when, sitting quietly on the old wooden porch, spoke with Marshall about her dreams. She explained how she often saw a circle of people standing in a wide field, their faces lit by shifting skis, singing in a language made of gentle rhythm and falling droplets. Their voices rose and fell like a living storm, and would wake with the sensation of cool rain on her face even when the night outside was dry. Marshall realized her dreams were not dreams at all, but memories, echoes passed down through blood, reflections of a forgotten people calling to her across centuries. Yet with this revelation came a growing unease. For the deeper Marshall dug, the more he uncovered stories of this disappearance, how they were wiped out not by war or famine, but by silence. Their voices, once powerful enough to shape weather, had grown too strong, and a great storm born from their collective sorrow had been unleashed, drowning their civilization in a single night of unstoppable rain. History, it seemed, had chosen to forget them to protect the world from remembering what had once been possible. As awareness grew, so did her power. The sky responded more readily, rain growing heavier when she felt overwhelmed, mist forming around her footsteps when she walked alone at dawn. Rumors swirled in nearby towns, drawing unwanted attention, and soon men with official badges and clipped voices arrived, claiming they wished only to investigate anomalies. But Marshall knew the truth. They wanted, or rather, the power within her. One night, sensing danger approaching, Marshall urged to flee with him into the hidden ridge where echoes lived, but instead stood tall beneath a sky trembling with incoming storm clouds, her eyes calm yet resolute. "The rain listens to me," she whispered, "but tonight I must listen to it." As the officials neared the settlement, thunder rolled across the mountains, not with fury, but with a deep, calming resonance like a heartbeat. Stepped forward, lifted her face to the darkening sky, and spoke in a voice that carried the pure essence of falling rain, soft, rhythmic, ancient. The storm halted. The men stopped in their tracks, blinking in confusion as the thunder dissolved into gentle drizzle. A hush fell over the land as voice wove through the air, soothing, peaceful, commanding without force. And in that moment, the world seemed to remember the not as a danger, but as guardians who once kept balance between humanity and sky. When the storm finally settled into a quiet, healing mist, the officials retreated, unwilling to challenge a phenomenon they could not explain. Marshall watched with awe as turned to him, her expression serene. She finally understood that her gift was not a burden but a bridge, a living memory of an ancient harmony lost to time. She remained in the mountains, continuing the forgotten tradition of calming the skis, her voice becoming a quiet legend passed from traveler to traveler, proof that some mysteries are meant not to be solved, but cherished. And even now, locals claim that when rain falls softly on a still summer night, you can hear her voice woven through the sound, gentle as a lullaby, timeless as the mountains themselves. This mysterious journey ends here, but stay tuned for more untold stories in our next video. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new stories. Thank you, and see you again.